Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend holiday cheer with fun, casual chats about the latest tech and gadgets. Grab some cocoa and let's unwrap the coolest tech gifts of the season.
Sounds festive.
It is? You know, most tech gifts are all about the future. But today we're diving into some cool tech that brings a bit of the past into our modern celebrations.
Like a tech time machine.
Exactly.
Ah.
Think holiday nostalgia, but with a tech twist.
I like it. You know, it's fascinating how much our senses play into those warm holiday memories. Think about it. The soft glow of lights, the scent of pine needles.
Yeah.
Those things transport us back in an instant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe how many people are looking for tech that can recreate those classic holiday vibes, especially when it comes to lighting.
Makes sense when you think about the technical challenge.
yeah.
Yeah, those old school incandescent bulbs had a certain warmth to them. Technically speaking, they produced what's called a full spectrum of light, similar to sunlight. It's a wider range of colors that creates that cozy, inviting feeling that LEDs have often struggled to replicate.
Oh, so that's what full spectrum means. I've
Yeah.
seen that term before, but never really understood it.
Think of it like this. It's like the difference between listening to music on a tiny speaker versus a full sound system.
Okay.
Incandescents give you that full, rich experience, while LEDs can sometimes feel a bit flat in comparison.
Okay, that makes total sense. And our sources actually mentioned one tech enthusiast who was determined to get that warm glow from LEDs that he spent 7 years experimenting with DIY fixes.
Wow, 7 years. That's some serious dedication to holiday ambiance. But it shows you how much people crave that authentic look and feel.
It definitely does. And speaking of authentic, there's a company called Vintaglo that's getting a lot of buzz for their LED lights that are designed to look and feel just like those classic incandescent mini lights. Have you heard of them?
I have, and what's interesting about Vintaglo is that they're not just using warm-colored LEDs, they've actually gone a step further and added colored caps over the diodes. These caps are specially designed to mimic how those old filaments scattered light, so you get a more nuanced, almost three-dimensional glow.
So they're kind of like filters, right? Shaping the light to make it feel more vintage.
Precisely. It's not just about the color of the bulb itself, it's about how that light is emitted and how it interacts with the environment. Vintaglo is tapping into the physics of light to create a specific aesthetic experience.
That's so cool. It's like they've cracked the code of nostalgia, but with modern energy efficiency.
And it seems like they've addressed another common LED frustration, flimsy wires. The source material highlighted how Vintaglo opted for durable, flexible wiring.
So no more battling tangled light strings or having them spring back into that annoying accordion shape. That's a win for practicality. But I'm curious, if Vintaglo is so focused on authenticity, are there any downsides? Nobody's perfect, right?
You're right, no tech is flawless. And the source did mention a minor issue with some of the blue bulbs.
Uh-oh.
Having slight color inconsistencies, it seems like they haven't quite perfected every shade just yet.
That's understandable. I guess even with all that tech wizardry, replicating the exact nuances of incandescent light is still a challenge. But it sounds like they're pretty darn close.
They are. And what's even more interesting is that Vintaglo isn't just a one-off product.
Oh.
It speaks to a larger trend we're seeing in consumer tech, this desire to blend the comfort and familiarity of the past with the innovations of the present.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like how vinyl records have made a comeback or how people are into those instant cameras again. We're craving something tangible, something that reminds us of simpler times, even as we embrace all the cool new tech coming out.
Exactly. It's a fascinating paradox. Think about it. We have all this incredible technology at our fingertips, but there's also a sense of longing for things that feel authentic, handmade, and maybe a little imperfect.
It's like we want the best of both worlds, the convenience and efficiency of modern technology, but with a touch of soul and nostalgia. Kind of like having your high-tech cake and eating it too.
I love that analogy, and I think that's where Vintaglo really hits the mark. They're offering a product that feels both familiar and innovative. You get that warm, inviting glow you remember from childhood, but with the added benefits of LED technology like energy efficiency and longer lifespan.
So it's not about rejecting progress. It's about finding ways to integrate those nostalgic elements into our modern lives.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just lights. We're seeing this trend pop up everywhere.
Yeah.
Retro gaming consoles that let you play those classic games with modern graphics, smart speakers designed to look like vintage radios, the list goes on and on.
It makes you wonder what other holiday traditions could be given that tech meets nostalgia treatment.
That's a great question. Imagine a digital photo frame that replicates the look and feel of those old family photo albums. Or maybe a virtual fireplace that crackles and glows just like a real one, but without the fire hazard.
Oh, I love that. You could even have a setting where it plays those classic crackling fireplace sounds. Suddenly I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy just thinking about it.
Me too. And that's the power of this trend, isn't it? It taps into those deep emotional connections we have with certain sights, sounds, and sensations. It allows us to experience the magic of the holidays in a whole new way.
Well said. And I think that's a perfect note to wrap up this festive deep dive on.
It's been a pleasure exploring the intersection of technology and holiday cheer.
Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more tech fun. Happy holidays from Byte-Sized Tech.
Happy holidays.
And for all of you listening out there, what holiday traditions would you like to see get a tech upgrade without losing that nostalgic charm?
That is a good question.
Let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll spark some ideas for next year's tech gifts.
I think that's a fantastic question to leave our listeners pondering. After all, the holidays are all about making memories, and technology can play a fascinating role in preserving and even enhancing those traditions.
Absolutely. So from all of us at Byte-Sized Tech, we wish you happy holidays filled with warmth, joy, and maybe even a little bit of tech magic.